Seri. Thank you for the interview. Can you explain briefly the rationale behind the government introducing POTA and also the foreign fighters bill?
Although we were facing threat from militant or radical group previously, but the law was based on punitive law. But with new development in Middle East, we have to look into preventive law, which I think we need to prevent the terrorism activities from happening in Malaysia. Besides that, I reckon we need to look into the foreign fighters, the fighters who were fighting outside Malaysia, and then they would like to use Malaysia as their hub. Not only to train so-called potential followers, but also to destroy the image of Malaysia being a very moderate Islamic country. And because of that, the government is committed not only to show to the international community, but to show our commitment to all Malaysians that the government is seriously combating terrorism activities.
Compared to the existing laws that we have now, like POTA and such.
We have SOSMA before, and we have penal code and some other punitive law. But I think what is important is to translate prevention is better than cure, because the law requires hard evidence and credible witness in order to charge or to take legal actions, especially on the verdict of the terrorists. So in this case, I think we need preventive law, because the existing law is basically to address when the accident happened, then action is to be taken. So there are going to be these two laws is going to be tabled between the 6th to the 9th of April, and there will be 7 different laws to be amended together with the new law. 2 laws is going to be tabled. So it runs in tandem, because this law is interrelated. And I think what is important for the public to know is that the government is seriously addressing the issue of terrorism, because the threat is real. What is happening to 71 militant who is involved in Syria and Iraq are Malaysian, which considered as cult, C-U-L-T, cult, ta'asub, yeah? That they are no longer translating the belief or the taqwa based on religion. It's about belief of so-called the struggle or to fight against kuffar. Not only non-Muslim, even the Muslim, those who are not following, their belief are considered as kuffar, and to their belief that these people are deserved to be killed. And remember, if this belief is happening in Malaysia, where through their exposure in Iraq and Iran are brought back, then Malaysia is to be in real danger.
In other agencies such as the Jabatan Agama and such to really address this issue?
They are not only misguided, but I think they are internationally connected, and they believe that Daulah Islamiyah in Arabic or Islamic State in English has to be formulated based on the Caliph era. Yes, based on history, the Caliph era atau zaman Khalifah has been a history in Islamic history. But now, in modern democracy, Islam is always relevant. We cannot go against the feeling of the international community, because Islam is relevant, but the misinterpretation of the verses in the Quran and also the saying of Prophet al-Hadith are misinterpreted by this group of people, and they would like to legalize their wrongdoing, because although they are translating the verses of Quran and the saying of Prophet, but in terms of interpretations are being divided by them. They divert the interpretation according to the mold of their belief. This is very dangerous.
So that we are against the Islamic State and they are not representing Islam truthfully.
Exactly, because what was happening during the brutality and killings of non-Muslim, some are British or American or from other countries. As I mentioned earlier, that these people are considered as kuffar, infidel, and what we are going to avoid here in Malaysia is that I believe JAKIM has been working very closely with us. Even the religious department, state religious department, has been working closely with us. We had previous experience during insurgency in 1948 until 1960s, where the communism was very strong then. Basically, that was an ideological belief. But after that, when Al-Ma'unah, JI, and some other radical group emerged, then the role of ulama and also the expert of Islamic rehabilitation program took place based on the process of neutralizations of the people. Because the teaching of Islam, lakum dinukum waliyadin. So you cannot force people to believe what these people believe. And I think this rehabilitation program, as you know, has been learned by other countries. Even the US and UK is learning from our experience how we handle Al-Arqam at one time, for instance.
That was when ISA was in place, right?
Exactly. And I think we have these experts still. And even in KDN, we have at least 10 of them with KDN, and they went to the prisons to meet these people based on the schedule to neutralize them.
A clause for rehabilitation and placing the prisoners, isolating them from other prisoners.
Yes, that is why we are also amending the Prisons Act together with POTA and Foreign Fighters Act.
Have you identified proper
I have gazetted. I have gazetted 5 prisons so far to isolate them.
How to prevent things from happening?
The recruitment is done through social media, and the police is monitoring their communications based on some code word use, and then we have to decode. Then we have some special measures to monitor these people. And as you know that the existing law are not giving social media as hard evidence to charge them into the court. That is why recruitment or channeling the funding done through social media is monitored, because this is basically preventive. So when there is no witness to stand at witness for them to be charged, then the best way is to have preventive measures.
On suspicious. Can you explain that? Really on suspicious.
No, we have suspect list based on their communication in the social media and non-social media communication as well, because we have specialists within the police force who knows how to monitor these people. But I would like to make sure that there will be victimizations by the police or by any enforcement agencies against them.
And also the penalties include in POTA.
Penalties is basically detention for 2 years, and the rehabilitation process will take place during that time. If somebody is successfully being rehabilitated or neutralized, and then the detention could be less than 2 years. If somebody is still hardcore, so the board has the power to extend for another 2 years. And I think it's depending on individual.
In other words, it's like almost like a parole system, is it?
Exactly. Exactly.
So which one do you prefer to use? Send for detention or rehabilitation?
Detention and rehabilitation. So the process must come together.
Must come together.
Yeah. Concurrently. So our problem, because some of the fighters, as I mentioned earlier, are coming to Malaysia, or they came to Malaysia previously, because they were also chased out by the enforcement agencies in their countries. And we would like to avoid this from happening. And so far there is no law except SOSMA being used to combat this problem. But again, these special measures to combat foreign fighters are, again, preventive law, because the law which is related to foreign fighters like SOSMA is basically punitive. This is preventive.
So they could also be sent to the detention center for rehabilitation, or they will send back? How? Foreign fighters.
So the detail is not worked out yet, but I believe if the foreign fighters are from some other countries who has extradition agreement with us, so the best method is to send them back to their country, and rehabilitation has to be done by their country of origins.
If there is no extradition agreement between Malaysia and that country,
if there is no such agreement, we would like to seek the agreement from those countries that these people should be detained and rehabilitation has to be done in Malaysia.
Arrive in Malaysia as such, you will be automatically detained, or?
Yes, we have been working very closely with Interpol and some other agencies around the globe, and we have a real-time suspect list provided by Interpol and also by ASEANapol, and this suspect list is also provided to Immigration Department, and all entry points are provided online, consisting of this suspect list, even by using APSS, Advanced Passengers Screening System. So these people is to be known earlier. What I'm trying to say is that even before their arrival, so their background and their name has been known, and under new measures of Immigrations Act, we are taking their biometric before they enter, and then if their thumbprint or biometric is matched with their document, traveling document in their origin country or the country which they departed, then the preventive measures can take place.
So maybe other countries have been having the same similar act.
I think AG has studied the similar bills in some other countries, but I reckon this new bill is basically giving best consideration based on our Malaysian political mold.
POTA and Foreign Fighters Act as well. Can share with us what exactly their feelings toward our efforts?
Our intention is not to satisfy any country, but we are addressing these issues. Number one is to combat terrorism. Number two, we are indirectly telling the international community that, you know, although we are moderate countries, moderate Islamic countries, but there is no compromise for such radicalism, militancy, or even the, you know, any terrorism act. And I think US has been one of the target country. They are appreciating the effort taken by Malaysia because not many countries has moved forward as fast as Malaysia in introducing or tabling a new law.
We are justified in introducing this new law.
What is important is the members of the preventive board. And specifically in the clause of this POTA, the chairman of the board must be having 15 years, at least 15 years experience in judiciary services. And the members must be legal practitioners. And the power given to this board are not absolute power, because the end results is to be given to the power of judicial review. So what I'm going to say is, you know, each individual brought to the board is to be given right to fight their case based on basic human right. In this case, again, there will be no victimizations to be imposed into individual who is detained under POTA.
As to when you table POCA?
No, I think they understood based on the experience when I table POCA, because I think combating terrorism is not only the role to be played by the government only, but I think even the opposition are also very positive for the sake of security and safety of this country against terrorism activities.
We spent to draft this bill, this POTA bill?
Took us at least 6 months to prepare, and many meetings has been held, and it involved other ministries as well. I myself have chaired at least 5 different meetings, and a real high-level committee being held by coordinating or collaborating at least with 6 other ministries, including AG chambers.